Okay. Alrighty then. Everybody, welcome. This is round 2 of the AM3 Championship in Season 12 of Contests of Speed. I am your host for the evening, Deathstorm. Normally I have alongside Mr. E. Warren. Unfortunately, he is not here tonight, therefore I am going it alone. Tonight we are racing in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Deemed the fastest street track in all of F1 with speeds of excess of 250 kilometers an hour or 160 miles an hour. With a length of 6.174 kilometers or 3.8 miles with 27 turns, it is the second longest track on the Formula One calendar behind Spa, and it has a lap record of 1 minute 30.734 by Sir Lewis Hamilton in 2021 in the Mercedes W12. A little bit about the track info. We'll go into some of the action from last week. The podium that was on the stream was Saad getting win on debut, with BK and Red Arrow rounding out the podium. However, the results are going to change a little bit, because we had 5 penalty reports, which one of them involved, unfortunately, Mr. Red Arrow. He was deemed a 5-second plus 1 penalty point for forcing another driver off the track via contact, which demoted him from 3rd place to 4th. A couple others of note was a little bit of a tiff between Red Mask and BK into turn 4. Red Mask ended up getting 5 seconds plus 1 for that, along with DDR for Mr. BK. The 5 seconds was of no harm to Red Mask via position. The biggest one of them all was Gru. He ended up finishing 10th on track last week, but unfortunately that was an AI. So with that being said, he was disqualified from round 1 for being an AI for the entire race, unfortunately. Tonight we have 18. We did have scheduled 19, so it's still a good turnout for AM3. No arguments for me here. With that being said, round 1, I'm actually going to stay on board here with JC. He's going to be the first one to set a lap here at the Jeddah Cornish circuit. With the standings through round 1, Saad leads into Williams with 25 points. BK is in second with 18. Sean Boy 15. Red Arrow 13. Great Ape with 10. Red Mask with 8. Gord, who is not here, had 6. Swifty, reserving last week, had 4. ASAP Loggy 2, and rounding out the points paying positions is Easy 10 in the Williams with 1. Everybody else, Gustavo, Kane, Black Hammer, JC, Electric Entree with J, so on and so forth, does not have a point to their name. Constructors is pretty straightforward. Red Bull leads at 33, followed by Williams, Aston Martin with 13, Alpine with 10, Ferrari with 8, McLaren 6, AlphaTauri 4, Alfa Romeo 2, and Mercedes and Haas have yet to be on the table. And as I looked up to go through my notes, we have JC going to finish the 2nd sector here at the Jeddah International Circuit, or Jeddah Cornish Circuit rather. Going into the 3rd DRS zone. This track does have 3 DRS zones, and this is a very, very famous spot where Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen played DRS chicken. Going up to the line here, let's see what JC is going to set. The initial time to beat is going to be a 28.8 set by JC. He is going to be one of the favorites here tonight as long as he could keep it clean. We know he has the pace. Trying to see who's coming to the line next. It's actually going to be our Oh, BK goes 28-3, sets it in provisional pole. Sean Boy 28-7, sitting at second. We have a Haas in the back. He actually, Red Arrow, oh, Red Arrow's got a 5 grid penalty right out of the gate. That's not going to be very fond of him. Giza has the slowest time so far with a 29.4. ASAP Logi then just goes right behind him with that. Red Arrow 142. That's definitely not indicative of his lap. As Saad goes 127.5. Smashes it on pole. Nice little tidy lap from the current AM3 leader in the Williams there. Speaking of AM3 leader and in the Williams, post race 1 and pre-race 2 top 10 in the power rankings are as follows. Speaking of Sad, who we have featured on screen, he is our power Deathstorm power ranking leader with the win last week in Austria. BK is in second. Great Ape flew out of nowhere. He's in the pits right now, but Great Ape I have up in third. And the reason I have him there is, if you guys watch the AM2 stream, he put it on pole in the AM2 race last Tuesday. So he's definitely got the pace, and he finished 9th in the AM2 race, as a matter of fact, behind yours truly after penalties. So he's definitely got some pace. So I have Great Ape up in third. I have Sean Boy in P4. I have Red Arrow P5 in my power rankings. I have Red Mask in 6th. ASAP Logi in 7th. Easy 10 in 8th. Giza, who is making his season debut tonight, is sitting in 9th. I know he's got the pace to get up toward the top and stay there. And the aforementioned JC, who I know has the pace as well. I have him rounding out the top 10. And the top 5 for constructors are as follows, with Red Bull leading the way, Williams in second, Aston Martin third, Alpine fourth, and Ferrari rounding out the top 5. So now we can focus our complete attention into qualifying, as the times are coming up a little despairingly here, but the gap is quite large. Some people are very comfortable with this track, some people are not. For those who are a pad player like myself, I dread this track. It's very tight, very windy, and quite frankly, if you make a mistake, especially in Sector 1 where Easy 10's going through now, that curb that he just ran over, if you mount that thing, you're going into the Shadow Realm. Absolutely destroy your front wing. You could absolutely destroy your front entire race. Ben, we know you like this track. Hush it, you, Mr. You. But that's the first round of quali laps. So far as it looks, the field, like I said, is kind of spread out. 6 seconds separate 1 through 13. Again, that's definitely not indicative, as Chris Zip has retired from the session, so he's going to be toward the back or at the gate. My race last night, I struggled in F2. And I ended up getting, I believe it was 8th in F1. I had a mounted charge. I was going off the opposite strat at Monza, going from the hards to the softs. I pitted 1 lap too late, and it cost me. Oh, geez, yeah, this track, especially the curbs, are something else. Like, last year, the game had those curbs that Great Ape is going through. They look like they're painted on this season, in this game. But last year, they were more of a daunting curb, so to speak. And if you just looked at them wrong, just like any other street track. As we have a Ferrari. Whoa, they're both backing out. That's just crazy. Great Ape and the Ferrari. I don't know which Ferrari that may be. That might be with Jay, and it is. But yeah, Sector 1's brutal in this game, so you have to have the confidence here. We just have 9 minutes now left to go in quali. Your top three: Sod, BK, Sean Boy, and then JC is literally right behind there in P4. The only four sub 29 currently: Giza's P5, ASAP Loggy 6th, Easy 10-7, with J 8th, Kane 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Electric Entree. So let's see what Great Ape is going to do. We're going to ride on board here with the Alpine driver as he goes through Sector 1. Let's see what his split's going to be. He goes personal best through Sector 1. Very tight bank curb here. Now this is a very tough spot for me on this track right here. This light left chicane right before the second DRS straight. I have a tendency of overriding the curb or smacking the wall on an exit. Let's see what Great Ape's going to set through Sector 2. He's going to have almost a 1 minute flat, keeping his foot in it. Late apex is that last corner up to the third DRS straight, and then turn 27 coming up. Want to take it as late and as wide as you can. Get on the power nice and early, going up to the DRS straight. You want to kind of cut that line a little bit. As Great Ape... What? Great Ape with a 27.4 clearing Sod by a tenth of a second. Nice little lap by him. Again, you just gotta have faith on this track. If you have faith in the car, you have faith in yourself. That is absolutely ridiculous. See what Sod is going to be able to do in response to that. And BK, who also invalidated, he's going to be setting up to go on a hot lap as well. So we'll stay with the Red Bull driver to see if he can improve upon his 28.3. As he gets through Sector 1 alright, nice, on the power nice and early. I should say Sector 1, I should say more Turn 1, Turn 2. Very, very difficult section coming up for those on pads. But for Mr. BK, it should be no issue. He doesn't touch the outside curve there. Very neat and tidy through the end of Sector 1. Passing where Mick Schumacher cost $500,000 just this past season. He's actually a 10th behind his best time. So that is a little perplexing there. It looked like he had a tighter lap there. Let's see what BK is going to do, though, at the end of Sector 2, where he's going to hit the second DRS straight of the lap. We'll see if this setup is going to be geared toward more toward straight line rather than cornering right here, as he's marginally up now through Sector 2, so he should have this next sector of the track pretty nailed, and he definitely looks like he might improve marginally, but improve upon that 28.3. Let's see what he's going to do through the hairpin of 27. Nice exit, tight exit there, but he's going to dive into the pits. So he just calls that lap early, and we are going to go with the ISO Facto was pole sitter as he goes wide out of the banked left-hander. I don't know if that was by design. We'll see at the end of Sector 2. Nope, that was definitely not by design. He blew through that corner. Completely and utterly blew right through that. JC, 4/10 through Sector 2. Let's see what he's going to set at the line here. He's going to go 4th fastest, 28.5. He did improve, but not by as much as he did through that second sector. Right out, Great Ape is in the pits. He's going to be getting ready for his last quali lap as we're on board with the reserve Rillo tonight. He is in the Alfa Romeo. I believe he took Denny's seat for tonight. See what Rillo has for a banker. He's probably going to be doing one, maybe one more push lap after this. He may not have time for the second one, though, to get around here. Let's see what Rillo is going to set here for his lap. Coming up to the line, we have a 36.5. Yeah, last of the running cars. Red Mask popped it up in the P10 when I wasn't looking as well. So Red Mask up into the P10. Ooh. Looks like Giza put himself, or Electric Entree put himself into the top 8 there. He put himself up in the 7th. Gru retires from the session, so he's going to be banking on 14th. And for Chaos to happen, but then again, this is AM3 and we are at Jeddah, so Chaos will probably ensue. JC's getting ready for... No, he's not getting ready for his final push lap because I just realized his ERS was completely drained at this point. So he's just going to get a set of boots on, get ready to go. Now this is going to be the point where it's going to be kind of slow. Yeah, get comfortable with the Death Storm strat by starting in the back and watching the calamity and chaos that ensues. That's what I plan on doing tomorrow because I don't have pace at street circuits. I am trash at street circuits. I rely solely on survival. Mr. Vamo, it will be joining me in the back in AM1. Well, for AM1 via AM2. So, you're in the back of the pack with me via spirit animal. How's that? Kane's out. Let's see what he's going to have for Sector 2. He has an Alfa Romeo in front of him, and that was a little dangerous by the Alfa Romeo. I believe that was ASAP Loggy, it was. So let's see what Kane sets. He's 3 seconds down, so... No, Vamo, you'll guilt Bama to joining you in the back. Not force him, you'll guilt him to do it. Let's be honest here. Ooh, Electric Entree. Let's see what he has for Sector 1 here. This is going to be his final attempt. He's pretty much broken even through Sector 1. Let's see what he's going to have here. This is going to probably be his final lap for sure. I just looked. There's a minute and a half left now. As he has his teammate of Giza in front of him on a hot lap. Let's see if he's going to give him a tow. This would be a perfect place for it. I don't know if he's going to... Yeah, he's going to be a little too far back for a tow here. Oh my god. Ooh. That was dangerously close. Dangerously close. Let's see what he's going to keep in it. As Seanboy is now pushing for his final lap. It looks like Great Ape is also pushing for his final lap as well. So we'll see what Electric Entree has to the line as he slides out of the last corner. Electric Entree is going to go to the line, and he is not going to improve upon his time. He does not. So he's stuck at a 29.05. And Great Ape is 2/10 behind his time. He's going to have to hustle this last sector to see if he can get there. Seanboy is 4/10 up on his time. So with that, we're going to stay on board with the Red Bull of Seanboy, as he's going to navigate, that's the word, through this traffic that he just passed the Ferrari behind. He may not run into the cars in front of him, which is a good thing. So he's going through the second DRS detection point and the DRS zone. He's still 2/10 on his time, so that puts him up in the provisional P4 potentially if he could keep it clean, as he hits the last DRS sector and qualifying is officially over. So those on track, or not on track, are done. Seanboy is going to be one of the first ones to get to the line here, and we are going to set a 28.3, puts him in P4, exactly kind of where I thought he would be. BK through Sector 1, let's see what he's got going. We have an Alpha, or Aston Martin coming to the line potentially prior, as he's 2/10 ahead. So we have Red Arrow puts it up in the P5. That was the Aston Martin in question. JC invalidates, so he can't go any higher than 6th. Kane is down a second on his time, so that's going to be his lap over. Electric Entree is definitely down. That's his lap over. Red Mask is slowing up himself. That's going to be his lap over. So we're going to go on board here with BK as he's going to set... He's... Whoa! 5/10 faster through Sector 2. We are going to stay here. He's going to be the only one within earshot of getting anywhere near the 27s. It's definitely not going to be enough for pole because Great Ape and Sod are miles ahead of these two, of this gentleman here. But he's going to go out of the corner, last corner. He's going to go up to the DRS straight, hits the DRS, and his time is going to be a 27.7. It wasn't that far off. 27.7 puts him P3 still. Pretty much stamps his approval on P3. For the evening, like I said, Kane, that's done. Red Mask is done. That's going to be quali over. And your pole is Great Ape, repeating his AM2 reserving pole time from last season, last week. Launches it on pole with a 27.4. Sod in P2, just a tenth behind. BK in third. Shamboy in fourth. Red Arrow fifth. JC sixth. Giza 7th, Kane 8th, Electric Entree 9th, ASAP Loggy rounding out the top 10. With Easy 10 in 11th, Red Mask 12th, Witjay 13th, Gru 14th, Gustavo 15th, Eric 16th, Rillo 17th, and Chris Zip rounding out the field in the back in 18th. Little to note, if I didn't already for round 1. Eric is full-time in that McLaren seat. So we ended up replacing Severe Scott with Eric. I believe there's also somebody else in the works getting a promotional seat, but we shall see. I'll look at that real quick. We have Great Ape on pole, like I said. We have Sod P2, BK P3, Shamboy P4, Red Arrow. I forgot about the 5 plays grid drop, so he's going to drop from 5th to 10th. JC is going to be 5th. Giza is going to be 6th. Kane is going to be 7th. Electric Entree is going to be 8th. ASAP Loggy is going to be 9th. And Red Arrow is going to be 10th as we kick off the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Easy 10 Red Mask, Witjay, Gru, Gustavo, Eric, Rullo, and Chris Zip again rounding out the field. As far as podium predictions, Mr. E. Warren is not here again. I hope I see him in the chat momentarily, but I highly doubt I will. He is one up on me through round 1. I don't see much difference here. But I'm gonna say BK is going to end up finding a way. I'm going to go BK 1, Sod 2, and Great Ape 3. I'm rounding out the podium here tonight. I just feel like those two are going to find a way past. And in the meantime, I'm going to look at something real quick. So just bear with me for 2 seconds. Lobby's fine. That's fine. That is fine. I don't need to see that. That is fine. Dynamic realistic is fine. Strict safety car standard immersive, that is fine. Reduced standard is fine. Everything on my end is fine. BK, if you're listening to the stream, which I'm pretty sure you are, settings are fine according to El Streama. And this is going to be a good time to see what everybody's going to start on tonight. And there's a lot more people on softs than I thought there would be. There's more soft compound runners than mediums. Sod in P2, Giza 6th, Red Mask in 12th, Witjay 13th, Gru 14th, Gustavo in 15th, Rillo and Chris Zip, all on the soft compound tire. They're gonna end up probably hoping for Chaos and Calamity and get off those immediately and get onto the hard compound tire and stretch it to the end. That would be my guess. Great Ape on pole. He's starting on mediums, along with JC there in P5. Kane in P7. Electric Entre 8th. Easy 10 in 10th. Or in 11th, rather. And Eric rounding out the medium compound runners. BK, Seanboy, both in hard compound tire, along with ASAP, Loggy, Red Arrow rounding out the runners on the hard compound tire. This is going to get very, very intense very, very quickly, given the fact that all three compounds are mixed in the field, not just one predominantly in one part of the field, but it's all over. Let me take a deep breath, let me take a sip of my green tea, and mentally prepare myself for what could potentially happen here tonight. We all know 25 laps around here is going to be an absolute nightmare. But yeah, the dark horse right now, Great Ape there, showing his hot lap pace in that Alpine, so nice lap from him to put it on pole, probably the best position on the track. I am a fan of starting street circuits in the back of the pack, that way I could avoid most of the calamity that ensues in front of me and not get collected for the most part. I usually have good wreck avoidance when it comes to that, but the last couple of seasons my reflexes have been completely off. Therefore, I haven't been so lucky. Alright, they're all lining up on the grid. Let's see what happens here. We got everybody going to their grid slots. And the back end of the pack here, Red Mask, is... Oh, I would assume he's warming up the tire there, so probably that's what he's doing. ASAP Loggy has disqualified himself. Alright, let's turn our attention up to the front here. We're going to get a rear-end camera view of turn 1 from the pole sitter. So of course we have a... Yeah, we're going to have no better angle here. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. Saad gets a great line off the jump off the start there. He gets the lead into turn 1. Oh, BK and Great Ape get into it a little bit. They're banging wheels back there, so we're gonna go back here. My goodness, BK, JC. Oh, we have a yellow at sector 1 already. Looks like turn 2. It's Red Mask on Electric Entre. Whoa! In the back here. Electric Entre trying to get it back pointed in the right direction. He does just that. Red Mask gets a 5-second penalty for a severe collision. JC and Seanboy are fighting for P4. As multiple drivers are going wide there. Holy moly. Saying I already showed the tires in the graphic already. Mix of all three in midst of the field there. Saad is on the hard or on the softs. He's already darted out into the races. I'm not too surprised. Great Ape on the mediums. No, I'm not keeping them up. It takes 3/4 of the screen on me. No, thank you. Right now, BK is in third. He's a pretty distant third, too, on top of it. Seanboy almost 2 seconds back of that. This is going to be a battle right here. Seanboy, JC, ASAP Loggy's up here with it. Kane, Giza. JC and Seanboy are fighting for it. JC, Seanboy making contact. Oh my god, on the inside. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh man, that was crazy. I just saw that coming. I saw that developing, and that's just going to put JC out of the potential running for now. They're going to need a safety car, JC and Seanboy. No, I'm not mean. I just happen to know. Saad's already out to a 1.5 second lead on Great Ape there. BK sitting in third. He's 2 seconds adrift of Great Ape even. Giza's in fourth. Witjay's in fifth. Easy 10 in sixth. Red Arrow, Gustavo, Chris Zip from the back of the pack already up in the ninth. Our biggest mover of the race so far is in the back. JC ran wide out of there, rounding out our top 10 with Shamboy in P11. Eric in 12th, Grew in 13th. As we have yellow, it looks like it's electric. What the heck is going on here? Rillo and Electric Entree. They stopped on track. It looked like they were trying to let each other through, and just a little bit of miscommunication there, I would assume. Going back through the field here, we have Eric in 12th, Grew in 13th, Red Mask 14th, Entree 15th, Rillo 16th, 8th Saploggy in 17th, and Kane all over the back of him in last in the 18th position. As Saad goes 131.9, sets the fastest lap of the race so far. Again, it's only lap 2. And Ben, stop jinxing me, please. I had a busy week last week. I don't want another one this week. I would greatly appreciate it. Kind of boring up front at the moment, to be quite frank. Easy 10. Right now, it looks like the battle is gonna be looking like Gustavo. Oh my god! Holy crap! Wow, that's a virtual safety car. I'm not too surprised there. Gustavo lost his wing there. I was just gonna cut to this battle, and then next thing I see is Gustavo off the track with no front wing. Holy crap. Electric Entree already getting a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. I don't know if he wasn't... I don't know. I can't speculate. And again, Ben, you're not going to be in AM3 when you had the 7th overall time. Let me reiterate that. 7th. Red. Oh no! As we go back green, Red Arrow gets a drive-through. All that hard work that he had completely doesn't pay off. Through round 1, Ben. Through round 1. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna ignore that. Thank you. JC, Shamboy, and okay, Red Arrow serving his drive-through. Gustavo's coming into the pits now himself. He's got to be changing that front wing, I would imagine. JC back up into the points. Witjay retires from 8. Oh no, he wrecked on track. It looked like he wrecked. Oh no, oh no, oh no, and that's not a safety car. That's in a bad spot, but it doesn't give him a safety car, which is weird given the spot of that. JC is within striking distance of Chris Zip up into 6th, getting involved in that lap 1 tussle with Shamboy, and he's already fighting back into the midfield points. So, nice little recovery drive from Mr. JC here. He's got DRS on Chris Zip, and he's got Shamboy a second and a half back. So, we'll see what he gets to do here. He's not going to have DRS through here, I would imagine. I think it's going to be... Yeah, he's not going to have it here. So, that's going to close up, or not close up as quick. Going through the field, seeing where anything is. It looks like ASAP Loggy and Kane are battling. Potentially. This is going to be for P14 on track. And Kane has DRS. He's going to have DRS coming down to the front. The next 2, it looks like, potentially DRS straights. Yeah, he's definitely going to have it here, which means he's going to have it in turn 1, or heading into turn 1 as well. As we have oh my god, Great Ape retired. Oh no, no, no. Great Ape lost it at the end of Sector 1 there. Let's see if we could get to see his car, potentially. I don't know if we're going to be able to. No, it ghosts out. But Great Ape ends up crashing out of the session, bringing out the safety car. Gustavo gets a drive-through. A lot of people are getting drive-throughs. I don't know if they're paying attention to the deltas or not. Oh, no, 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 no. That was... Oh... He had a great race last week. He had a great AM2 reserve race. He put it on pole, and he just bins it looked like, out of the end of Sector 1. I would assume where he was on track, maybe that one curve on the left caught him out. I would assume. That brings BK back into it, too. BK, Giza's a dark horse. Easy 10 up there in a P4 as well. So the Williams duo, 1-4 currently. Chris Zip is in P5. Technically, this is his debut race. JC's back up in the P6. Sean Boy, yeah, JC and Sean Boy, I should say, after that lap one tussle that they had, are back in a decent position. In 6th and 7th, respectively. The Tire God King himself falling off the back. I would assume that these soft compound runners are probably going to pit. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Saad is going to pit. Giza, Chris Zip is going to pit. Gru is going to pit. Red Mask behind is going to pit as well. So I would assume that these guys are going to get on hard compound tires. Saad's on another set of softs. Interesting. Giza's on the hards. He's planning to go the rest of the way. Chris Zip is on the medium compound tire. Gru's on the medium. Red Mask is being held. He's going to go on another set of mediums himself. So with that shuffling around, we have BK up in the lead. We have Easy 10 P2, JC P3, Seanboy P4. Saad did a pit stop. He only lost 4 positions. He's in P5. Giza's up in P6 in the Haas. 7th, Eric. Red Arrow, 8th. Crisp Zip, 9th. And rounding out the points is ASAP Loggy in 10th. Gru's in 11th. Red Mask in 12th. Tavo in 13th. Rillo reserving in 14th. Kane 15th. Entree 16th. And then we lost Great Ape and Witche early. This is where I would end up talking to my co-commentator about something sports related. Unfortunately for me, I don't have him, and my team did not play the Yankees this weekend. They in fact played the Mets. Ha ha ha. Took 3 out of 4 of the Mets over the weekend. 7-0, 21-3, 6-0, and then they lost the finale 7-6. So the Atlanta Braves are still dominating the NL East. Anybody that's a baseball fan, ha ha ha. Best record in baseball, the Atlanta Braves. Chop on. Again, BK. Honestly, I'm surprised he didn't go off of those. Easy 10 on the mediums. Actually, let's see. We're gonna go through the tire graphic. Let's see here. Sod pit, Giza pit, Crisp Zip pit, Gru, Red Mask, Kane. Electric Entree pitted. Everybody else is on the tire compound that they started with. So, Saint, there's your tire graphic. Eat it. Safety car will probably be in at the end of this lap. If it could catch the straggling 5 or 6. Yeah. I don't like breaking up the stream like this since I'm Cause I don't like breaking up the stream like this. Okay. Let's see. I don't like breaking up the stream like that, but it's a safety car, so I could get away with it. And Mr. Cam, I don't like breaking up the stream like that, sir. Especially because it causes
safety car.
I don't care. It causes lag.
Ooh.
It definitely causes lag. But yes, my guest co-commentator for the evening, Mr. Cam Tizzle.
Yes, sir. Just finished hard-fought race.
I was just talking about, well, a little bit ago about my race last night, and I had some very unfortunate mishaps of luck.
I was racing LMPs at the Daytona Road Course. That was interesting.
Jay Knowles, yes, this is definitely a head down, just survive type of track. That's kind of what I'm gaming for in AM2 tomorrow.
Alright, so give me a recap. Great Ape died. I heard about that.
Great Ape was on pole, he died. With Jay, we already lost as well. We lost him earlier. BK's right now in the lead. EZ10 is in second. JC's rounding out the top three. JC and Seanboy got into it in turn one, on the last lap in the, or not the last lap, the first lap in the last turn.
Is this the first or second safety car?
First. We had a VSC earlier.
Gotcha.
So one VSC, one full safety car so far. Honestly, through 8 laps, I expected to lose more than 2 so far. So I'll take it.
You got podium predictions?
I ended up going, and it's already dead. It's dead. It's dead. I have my winner in the winner's circle currently. I had Sod P2, and rounding out my podium is dead in 17th.
Well, I'll go BK, JC, Sod. I know I'm late to the party, but that's gonna be my
and yes,
gonna be my player, my trio.
Yeah, they just had a pit cycle, Mr. Knowles. That's why he's down in the 5th, and honestly, he's in good. I think he's in great position.
I might have just screwed myself putting Sad on the podium on those soft tires right now.
He's definitely banking for another safety car, and with it, the fact that the safety car is coming in this lap, I'm not going to be too surprised. And BK is already gone?
Oh my goodness, he's already pulled almost 2 seconds already.
He caught EZ10 completely napping. So we're going to stay with EZ10 as BK is already checked off into the sunset. Yeah, Jay Knowles caught it right on the nail of the head there. EZ10 was completely sleeping there. That was definitely not of a whopper variety. That was more of a slumper.
Red Mask and Red Arrow gained position off restart.
That puts him up into 8th and 10th respectively. Right now I'm looking at JC to see if he's going to make a move. Sod already making a move on the outside of Seanboy. Deciding is the discretion's a better part of valor there. So Sod up in the 4th already. Seanboy in the 5th. Chris Zip and Eric. We just lost ASAP Loggy. There's the other caution. And there you go. Exactly. Another safety car.
Come in and go get off those.
Whoa! Entree! Jeez. Electric entree almost Mick Schumachering it with the Haas in the same corner. Oh man!
I don't think it was that corner. I think it was in the later part of the lap.
No, it was that corner. It was that exact corner.
I thought it was where EZ10's coming out of right now and the rest of the field.
Nope, that was Charles Leclerc. That was Mr. Leclerc that did that.
I don't remember Leclerc crashing either. I remember. I'll have to go back and look at that.
Trust me. Mick Schumacher is the end of Sector 1. Charles Leclerc was the end of Sector 2. Trust me.
there goes Sad into the pits.
Sod getting off those soft compound tires. At this point, I wouldn't be too. Oh
What?
no! This game is just a joke.
I'm clipping this. I want to go back and look at this. It looked like on my end that he was going like at a standstill through there. All right, let's see what we got here.
That is absolutely insane. That just kind of
challenge on the play.
That just completely just ruined his race right there. That 5 seconds just hurt him so bad.
Oh no, he went 50 miles an hour into it. Under further review, the call in the field stands. Or after further review, I mean. Well, that is very unfortunate for Saad.
Oi. All I gotta say is that's just absolutely... Thank you, EA, for producing a game that just does it again. And, BK has that lucky rabbit's foot firmly shoved up his hindquarters with a freaking pretty little Christmas bow, and it's shined up in 24 karat gold, it seems. So we're going to recap the field right now, and I am going to go with the biggest winners and losers so far. BK up 2 spots in P1, Easy 10 up 9 in P2, JC up 2 in P3, Sean Boy held stationary from his grid position P4, Giza 1 up from P5 in P5, Red Arrow up 4 is in P6, Chris Zip is our biggest mover of the day so far. He has up 11 spots from 18th on the grid up to 7th. Red Mask up 4 into 8th. Eric up into 9th from 16th. Gustavo rounding out the points paying positions. He's up 5 from his start. Gru up 3 in P11. Rolo P12 up 5. Sod right now is down 11, but he just pit, so he's just going to catch the back end. And he's on the hard compound tire, so he's definitely going to be able to go the rest of the way.
Did you see that Goose has a drive-through?
I did not. I was looking at the chat because somebody said, Kane goes, why was he sitting at the hairpin? He did wreck in that hairpin. ASAP Loggy unfortunately wrecked in the hairpin. That's why he was just sitting there.
How about the Kane? Did he get caught up in ASAP?
Yeah, ASAP Loggy wrecked first, and then Kane got collected after the fact.
Okay, I see.
That's the way it looked to me. We almost lost the electric entree in the Mick Schumacher corner, that same spot. So
quick little question for you: how would you do power rankings? Because I kind of being on comms right into it, kind of want to make little power rankings, kind of like I think you and Warren talked about at one point. What's the difference between power rankings and just normal standings for like points?
What I do is I go with projection of drivers, pace, finishing position, average finishing position, fastest lap. I also took into account this week the fact that Great Ape was in AM2 and got pole in AM2.
Gotcha.
So, if you weren't, since you didn't hear me, I don't have a Red Bull in P1. I have Sod.
Interesting.
I had BKP2, Great Ape, and P3.
For your power rankings?
In my power rankings, yes.
I
already said it. I do it on the stream. I do it during qualifying. Through everything, as the safety car will be in this lap. We're gonna have some fun here. BK is again attempting to do the same thing, but Easy 10 looks like he caught on to it this time, and he definitely does. So he's all over the back of that.
Red Mask and Cruise Zip are going to be side by side into the first corner.
Yep, I see that.
Contact.
Rubbin's racing there. Nice little overtake there. But those saying that Saad should be an AM2, here's the kicker. And a lot of people don't understand this, especially from an admin point of view. The front end of AM2 is basically the equivalent of the back end of AM1, and the back end of AM2 is essentially the equivalent of the front end of AM3.
Yeah, all the face tests, it kind of makes it hard.
AM2 is usually, or the middle division, I should say, in either tier, in either side, EU or AM, but in this case it's AM2, is the deepest division we have. We could throw a mix of 30 guys in it. That's the problem. Right. So all those guys that are saying one thing or another, take it from an admin's point of view. You have 2 in the booth currently. We didn't weigh it lightly. And
so, yeah, there's definitely plenty of people that could easily have decent performances in AM2. And DK could, JC could, Sean Boy, Red Arrow.
Exactly. So,
Great Ape, obviously.
If you have any other questions, especially you, Knowles, I see you in the chat there, feel free to reach out to me. I'm very transparent. I usually keep open lines of communication at all times with everybody. I let you know what I'm thinking, usually, unless it's something I can't comment on. But everybody knows that I'm pretty transparent. But you gotta be, as we got Giza and Shambo. Oh, JC, oh my god,
oh no, it's Saad! He didn't see it coming.
Oh, wow. I don't even know what to say to that. Red Mask got collected because JC spun out. JC gets T-boned by Red Mask. Saad got collected. Oh my god. I jinxed it completely. I have jinxed this entire race. I said through 8 laps, 2 were okay. And now we just lost 4 in the span of 5 laps. Oh man, I am so sorry. Kane, Loggy, Saad, Red Mask. I can't believe that just happened. In the span of 5 laps. And, the Lucky Rabbit's feet are coming into play for them too. Again, still, like I said, BK and Shamboy is now onto the podium. Easy 10, who ended up getting a point last week, right now as Eric gets a drive-through for speeding under the safety car. Eric, or Easy 10 right now, after his P10 performance, going into the pits now, he's going to probably go on to another set of medium compound tires, I would imagine, and try to stretch it to the end, but he was sitting in a podium spot. Sean Boy behind him, Giza, Chris Zip, and JC all pitting. Of course, I would imagine JC pitting. But let's see what he goes on. He's going to go on to a set of hard compound tires. If that's all he has is another set of hard compound tires, that's not necessarily going to be a good thing. He'll be a sitting duck, I would assume, at some point. So now with the reshuffle, we have BKP1, Red Arrow P2, Electric on pay. On pay, yeah. Good job, Deathstorm. Entree P3, Easy 10 P4, Shawboy P5, Giza 6th, Crisp Zip 7, JC still in the race P8, Willow unreserved in P9, Grew now P9, Willow's in P10, Gustavo P11, and rounding out the field is Eric in P12, who can't serve his drive-through until the safety car leaves the pits. Or leaves the track. JC spun in front, Saad. And Red Mask got collected in it. And unfortunately, it looks like you got caught up in Red Mask because Red Mask hit JC.
Or he also just didn't... Yeah, if he maybe saw on the track map or slowed down once the yellow flag came out.
Yeah, I think that was more of a case of just didn't have enough time to react and thought it was going to be on one part of the track, and it ended up collecting it.
Because especially through those blind corners, once you see a yellow flag and everyone's all kind of bunched up together like that off a restart, you gotta somewhat,
Electric Entree almost spun it off a traction. No, that was more of an accident. JC lost it on his own. There was no collision involved. I caught the back end of it.
Did you see Great Ape's POV on how he crashed?
I did not see his. I ended up catching his late.
He crashed the S. It looks like he got on a curb, and it looks like that maybe unsettled his car a little bit.
Texas and Saad, no, don't argue in the chat, please. Saad, what happened was JC just lost the car on his own. He probably just hit a curb. The Sector 1 curbs around here are pretty deadly, so I would assume he just hit the curb and it upset the car. And then the collection then ensued. Nobody's at fault for it. Nobody caused a collision or anything. It was just misfortune, wrong place, wrong time. At least from my point of view.
Yeah, I mean, you can't do anything about anything that happened there, at least in terms of penalties. I mean,
right, exactly.
If you make a mistake and crash and other people get caught up in it, that's just, it is what it is at that point.
Yeah, like yours truly will probably end up doing tomorrow.
Unless you intentionally drive into a car that's already crashed out, then it's, you know...
No, that's not a case.
Well, it's not what happened here, though.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Again, the field's now going to get caught up in this.
Yeah, so if you're still listening, the only way you not crash there pretty much is as soon as you see that yellow flag, look on the track map, and if you see two dots that are pretty stationary right in front of you, to either slow down or try to predict where they're going to be at once you come around that blind corner, because it was blind for you. It was very blind. There was not a lot you could do from what I saw.
Yeah, no, that was just, again, just wrong place, wrong time. There's nothing you can do about it. It's going to happen all week. That's just the nature of Jeddah.
Thankfully, with other tracks, other than Monaco, Monaco is the only one where you might have something like that at. Other tracks, you'll actually see the car.
Safety cars in this lap. This will be interesting to see when BK goes again. I think I have an idea when he's going to try it, but Red Arrow knows his trick. But yeah. The only other track that is going to be a major problem for this exact type of thing will be Monaco later on in the season. I believe we have... Oh, wait, no, we don't have Singapore. We don't have Singapore.
Looking at it right now, it looks like Canada has a couple corners, not a lot, but a couple where it is kind of blind. And then, yeah, Monaco. Other than that, though, Vegas. I guess Vegas could be one, too. Other than that, everything else is pretty wide open. You should see cars coming ahead of you.
Yeah.
We're underway.
We are back underway, as Mr. Tizzle had said. BK ended up getting off the off the restart very well. Red Arrow also did as well. Electric Entree sitting up there in P3. This is just a case of, whoa, almost went wide there as soon as I caught onto him. Electric Entree is just right place, right time right now. He's sitting in a podium spot just by survival alone, but he's got the pace to get there. So as he runs wide, Electric Entree ran wide there. I don't like that camera angle. As BK is already off into the distance, he's already a second and a half ahead. Electric Entree is all over the back of Red Arrow. He looks like this is going to be a Constantina effect, and Electric Entree is going to try a move on the outside. No, he's going to remain tight, and Entree is off the track again. That's got to be a second warning. Easy 10's all over the back of this. Easy 10's going to make the pass into the podium places. It looked like Entree almost... Oh, wow. Just a little bit of contact. They're still there. Easy 10 is on the inside for the corner. He's going to take P3. Almost forces Sean Boy's Electric Entree there for P4, but he's not going to have the run. Sean Boy gets into P4. Electric Entree is still over the back. He's going to try to fight this to stay into the top 4. Entree on the outside. Outbreaking Sean Boy. Almost got into the back of Easy 10. Oh, they make
Entree hits the wall.
Yep. JC, Chris Zip. Going back, Giza overtook his teammate, so now Giza's up in the P5, Entree's in the 6th. Might be the easiest and best option to let your teammate through, because I think Giza might be a little faster at this juncture. But he's got...
Entree goes deep in that.
Wow.
Chris Zip, they get a double overtake. Double overtake from Chris Zip.
Absolutely nice move by Chris Zip, just staying out of there. Nice little move there for that one. That was absolutely insane. But no, let me think.
Sean Boy looks rapid right now. I think he might be able to get a nice little run on Easy 10 here soon. He looked really good through the S's. He gained a lot of time on Easy through that section of the track.
Electric Entre is really struggling now on that set of tires. I don't know what he's on. Is he on hards?
Softs.
No, he's on softs. He's struggling that much on softs. Wow. He's all over the back of Gru. Gru forces Gru. It looked like they made a little contact. Gru goes off track. Entree is still there. JC is also on the back of the Mercedes as well. So this may be trouble for Gru.
It might not be the track.
Go ahead, Cam. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
It might not be as much of the tires, but the track itself. It is a tough track. You do got to be on it.
Absolutely. Like, this is definitely one of those tracks that if you just survive, you'll be okay.
Sean Boy's on the battery.
Sean Boy's out of battery. Easy. Wow!
He's on the battery, not out of battery. Yeah, right over going to the pits right there.
He almost caused a plane crash, it seemed like, and he got 5 seconds for his trouble on top of it. So Easy 10 right now is free and clear, but he's got 3 seconds to make up on the leader BK, which I don't see happening. But again, I've seen stranger things in AM3 over the past couple of seasons.
BK is on 17 lap old hards.
He's going to try to stretch it.
He needs a pit.
Yeah, he hasn't pitted yet. I just thought of that. He has not pitted yet.
BK has to. Like, he's banking on another safety car so hard. And it's honestly, and if a safety car comes out, I bet everybody else behind him is going to come in and slap on a set of softs. But only if it comes out, now.
It might right now. Oh!
Yes, like I said, now.
What is this? And guys, please stop arguing in the chat. If you want to dispute things, take it to the DMs. Take it to the DMs.
Or just take it to your own tiers chat in the Discord.
They're in separate tiers. They can't.
Oh.
The Lucky Rabbit's foot is firmly shoved up into BK's anal cavity at this point in time. He's going onto the soft compound tires, there's no question about that. Electric Entree is probably going to do the same if he has another set. Gru. Jeez. They're all dropping like flies, and now there's 11. So let's see. I'll do that after the pit cycle. I would assume everybody that just pit is going to be on the soft compound tires, I would imagine. So let's take a look. And that's exactly what I thought would happen. The 3 that pit are all on softs. They have a fresh set of softs. They'll be ready to go for the end. BK's in 6th, Entree's in 7th, Gru's in 8th. Everybody else in front has 5-lap old tires. One's on the hards, the rest are on the mediums. This is going to be bedlam the last couple of laps. This is reminiscent of Cam. I believe this was your first Contest of Speed win, Season 10. Was it not?
Indeed it was. Indeed it was. Was it Season 10 or 9?
It was Season 10 because I remember me and Mr. E. Warren blowing each other's eardrums out because we had a 3rd and a 5th.
But yes, this was indeed my first Contest of Speed win on this track.
I have not had a top 5. Actually, wait, scratch that. Since Singapore Season 10. And that was a podium in reserving for EU3. That was my last top 5 in COS. I have 2 podiums to my name, both of them 3rds. One happened in my inaugural season at the expense of you. and a certain lawnmower named BK in turn 1. Whoa! Off the track goes Chris Zip there, and out of the hairpin, he lost a couple of positions there. He's not going to get it back. Oh my God! Why did you go to the back of Electric Entree there? He's not going to be able to get those positions back because he got overtaken while he went off the track. I'm surprised he didn't get a penalty for a severe collision there. Chris Zip is now going to pit. I don't know if anything happened prior to that. But BK now gets promoted up to 4th. He was in 6th. He is now in 4th. This man has the luckiest of rabbit's feet I have ever seen in my entire life.
So about BK?
Yes. He was in 6th. He was in 6th, and he is now in 4th.
Sorry, I'm trying to do damage control right now. I'm trying to make sure, you know, things. I'm basically just looking at chats right now to try to make sure.
Yeah, please do, please do, please do, please do, please do. Oi. So 6 laps to go. It'll be 5 laps this time by. Bonjour, Monsieur Warren. Quelle heure-t-il? Quelle heure-t-il?
Hello, guys. I'm E. Warren.
You are not E. Warren. You are not E. Warren.
I'm E. Warren here with that's from. He's gonna be like, I don't sound like that.
Yeah, and he's also said, I'm in an ad, so don't talk about me until I'm back. So now he's back. So, Mr. Produce Man, how was it slinging boxes all day?
Boxes of fruit.
Safety car is going to be in this lap. We are going to have 5 laps to go, so this is going to be a 5-lap shootout here to the end.
And Dustin, I'm going to hit you quick with who's going to be your winner out of the
remaining guys. I still have my P1 guy in the race. He is in P4 and he's on the soft compound tires. He's had lucky rabbit's feet all season. Last season, he's got a lucky rabbit's foot now. I'm going to stick with BK as they're already gone. Sean Boy's taken off.
I think Sean Boy can do this. I think he might win this. BK has to gain ground very quickly.
Oh boy, oh
Which,
boy.
It shouldn't be too hard, but
BK's already gained 1 spot on Giza into the turn 1, turn 2, so he's already going to gain. BK almost lost it.
Illegal overtake. I think illegal overtake, maybe.
Cam,
to be fair, if
Cam,
I'm BK though, I'm ignoring that. What?
Yeah, Cam, look at the chat. Somebody's calling us drunk and be like, and Warren just goes, Cam, yes, Deathstorm, no.
Bro, I have a sip of alcohol and acts like I am a bastard.
And speaking of BK, BK's already alongside and past Giza into the podium positions. So now he's got 3 seconds to try to track down Easy 10 and Sean Boy. Easy 10 should be relatively easy pickings. The fact that he's on 2 compounds harder. Sean Boy may present a challenge toward the latter part when BK's tires start to wear out because it's the softs compared to the mediums. Going through the field here, we got Red Arrow, Gustavo here, literally battling side by side. We have a helicopter view of Gustavo. We're going to stay on board with this. I love a good helicopter view.
The helicopter views are the best. They should just stay helicopter views for half the broadcast angles.
There we go. Gustavo still in P6. Red Arrow's looking, but he also has Gru for company right behind it. Sean Boy sets the fastest lap with a 31.8.
Sean Boy's got a 3 second, almost a 3 second gap from BK. So
yeah, this will be interesting. Oh my god! Oh my god! Gustavo and Red Arrow. Woo! Red Arrow gets shoved out wide there, causes a little bit of a backup. Gustavo is going to hold on to the position for now, but it backs up Red Arrow into Chris Zip and into Gru there, P9. Eric, after all his trials and tribulations, he's already had 2 drive-thrus. He's in P10. He is in the points.
BK's hanging around the outside of the bowl. We'll call it the bowl.
Yeah, well, I'll go with Bull. And 2.5 seconds, 2.25 seconds now is the lead between BK and Sean Boy. The Red Bull 1-2 right now is in the works between these two. This is absolutely insane how these two just magically find a way to do it. I just don't understand how they do it. Like, I don't get it. The Haas boys are even doing well in 4th and 5th. Electric Entree last week had a DNF. Giza's on debut, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But both of these guys are doing well. Easy 10 is into the podium positions right now after his points-paying performance in Austria. So good drive by these 3 rookies. But they're trying to chase down the 2 vets at the grid. There goes Giza. Oh my god. Wow.
That's not going to be a safety car, though.
That it's too late for a safety car. Unfortunately for Mr. Giza there, that's going to drop him all the way down the order. He's down in the P9 now.
We have a good little battle here for P6, AlphaTauri and Grim Mercedes.
Both AlphaTauris and the Mercedes grew in P6, 7, and 8 respectively. You have Red Arrow just a bit ahead of that, but Gustavo had a little bit of a moment out of the corner, allowing Chris Zip to get ahead a little bit. Chris Zip is trying to get into the top 5 and pass Red Arrow, so those two via penalties actually. Red Arrow does have a penalty, so right now Chris Zip is in P5 effectively. That's one thing I have not looked at all night so far. Electric Entree has 5. Red Arrow has 5 as well. So Chris Zip looking to gain potentially 2 seconds or 2 spots here via penalties.
A quick little thing. I saw someone was interested in in getting a Discord link. I dropped it down below. Check it out.
Perfect, perfect. More contests of speed action, not just tonight, but all week. You have an EU3 race tomorrow, you have AM2, and then you have EU2 on Wednesday along with AM1.
Looked like this guy was particularly interested in NASCAR.
And NASCAR? Okay, that runs Friday nights.
BK has DRS.
Ooh, BK has DRS. BK is already there with 2 laps to go. Will the Haas Civil War that was last season that didn't come to fruition become a Red Bull Civil War this season?
Yeah. All I can think about is seeing these two drive up against each other is that song in SpongeBob, When Worlds Collide.
Oh my god. BK ran looked like BK ran wide out of that corner. He's still within a second, though, but easy 10, 6 seconds adrift. Right now, all he has to do is keep it on the island, and he's going to remain in P3. Chris Zip and Gru are looking at a P4, P5 finish, respectively.
Neither BK or Shamboy have any track limit penalties.
Are you serious?
Nope, not a single one.
They have the Golden Wizard Award right now.
And BK is going to get it done right here, guaranteed.
Oh, BK with 1 lap to go. We're gonna have a battle for the lead. Not only for the lead, but for the win. BK is gonna hang around the outside. He's gonna give Sean Boy DRS into 1, however. So let's see if Sean Boy is gonna send it into turn 1. I have a feeling he's going to, and he's gonna send it on the outside. BK is gonna have no answer for him. He just lets him through. He just lets him through. Sean Boy back into the lead as we are on the final lap. Easy 10 is now 9 seconds adrift of this. Red Arrow is closing that gap.
Oh, and BK's kind of got his nose there. Nope.
No, BK's he's not gonna make that move. You know better. He knows better than that. You know better than that for him to even think of that. You know better. You would make the move. But I know BK is very more calculated. He's not going to make that move.
I just know I can hold the move.
Now BK is going to make the move. He's got the inside.
See, if I'm Sean Boy right here, I wouldn't be too upset with Sean Boy passing me or BK passing me right here just to get DRS at the final zone. Yeah, no, Sean Boy needs to let BK by right now. Right now, absolutely, because he needs to get that final run.
Yeah, so I don't want to go anywhere else, but I want to go somewhere else.
Too
But
wide here.
BK's
Oh, and
in.
Sean Boy should have
BK.
it. Sean Boy will have it. He's got DRS, and he's already by him.
Oh my God! That was a little bit of a nudge by his teammate. This is going to be a last lap desperation move coming in. BK's not going to be able to hold it, I don't think. Sean Boy coming out of the last corner. BK's right there. BK's alongside. BK's alongside. He's going to have DRS to the line. What is this going to be? Oh my God!
BK did it. Wait. Okay. 37 hundredths of a second.
Oh my God, Sean Boy beats BK by 37 hundredths of a second. Easy 10, rounding out the podium. Chris Zip is going to get in the 4th, Grew in the 5th, Red Arrow is going to be in 6th, Gustavo 7th. Electric Entree is going to come around. He's going to finish in 8th, scoring points for Haas. We got to wait a little bit, but Eric, after all the trials and tribulations, like I said earlier, from a combative standpoint, he is gonna remain in the points. He's gonna be P9 tonight and getting 2 points from McLaren, and Giza's gonna round out the top 10. Despite that spin, he had a definite top 5 pace, definite top 5 luck. He just had a very bad one corner, and that cost him, but he was able to get there for P10 and get a point for Haas. That was absolutely ridiculous between Sean Boy and BK to round out, finish off the race here at AM3 tonight. 37 hundredths of a second. Driver of the day gives it to Chris Zip for last place on the grid. I'm not going to argue that.
So I'm telling BK right now that he absolutely threw by passing Sean Boy when he did.
That was absolutely crazy.
All BK had to do was just hang on onto the back of Sean Boy, and it would have been good for him at least.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Not a big deal. The Red Bull contingency is going to get another one. Is going to get a 1-2 here in AM3, very early on in the season for the overall constructors. That's very good for Red Bull.
My Ferrari's let me down tonight.
Your Ferrari's just let you down in general right now.
Well, yeah.
But going through the final results, Sean Boy wins here at Saudi Arabia. BK P2, Easy 10 rounding out the podium for his first career podium. P3, Chris Zip P4, Grew another top 5, slow and steady, but getting a top 5 nonetheless. Red Arrow in P6, Gustavo up into the points in P7, Electric Entree P8, Eric in 9th, rounding out the points, Giza in 10th, Rillo is the last of the finishing runners in P11. We lost JC 12th, Sod early on, Red Mask, Kane, ASAP Loggy, Great Ape, and Witjay. I know you were here. I know you were here a little later, but you're half of the race that you're witnessing. What do you think?
That was pretty good. Yeah, I definitely liked a lot of the action I saw. It seemed like people were clean. People were leaving room. No terribly stupid moves. So that was, all in all, that's always a good thing to see. Standouts to me, I guess, would be obviously BK and Sean Boy. It was, I would say, sad before he got, annihilated. Who else? Grew didn't have a bad race. Red Arrow was doing alright. Although I thought I would have expected Red Arrow to be more of a more at the forefront of everything, based off how we saw him driving leading up to the season in open lobbies and even in community races. He was always pretty dominant. And Easy 10. I can't forget Easy 10. Easy 10 definitely surprised me too. I didn't expect him to be as at the forefront.
You forgot the driver. You forgot the driver of the day, Chris Zip. He started 18th. He ended up in 4th. That's my driver of the day.
Yeah, that's Chris Zip had some good driving too as well.
That's my performance of the night for sure. Granted, yeah, the 2 Red Bulls, 1-2. But you can't ignore that. You can't ignore the Easy 10, as you said, his first career podium. But with that being said, it's tough to get interviews when you have crossplay. So with 3 PC guys, unfortunately, I can't do that at the moment. So with that being said, do you have any closing remarks, comments, concerns, Mr. Cam Tizzle?
No, I guess I can maybe just no. I'll leave it then. I was gonna try it in person. I was gonna try to do a BK interview without BK. You're gonna be interviewing me being BK, but
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. All you know is
that.
A. All you know is A.
I would have put A at the end of every sentence I said though.
But yeah, with that being said, follow along with more Contest of Speed action. Like I said, tomorrow is EU3 and AM2. EU3 goes off. EU3 goes off at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. UK. AM2 featuring yours truly in the Red Bull, ironically, and Mr. Cam Tizzle in the booth, 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. over in the UK. That's tomorrow's action. Wednesday is EU2 and AM1, and rounding out is EU1 on Thursday. With that being said, till tomorrow afternoon on the AM side, tomorrow evening on the EU side, this is Deathstorm for Cam, for the rest of EU3, or AM3 rather, and the rest of the AM community. We will see you guys next week. Good night from Saudi Arabia.